Candid, cleaning conversations. Everybody gather round, it's a celebration that we're still standing. Big up Katrina, she the inspiration. Came up from the bottom, she here with that motivation. Here to teach and inspire, help you aim higher, help you dream bigger, get what you desire. Real recognize, real iron sharp as iron. Let us grow your cleaning business. She ain't playing around, yeah, the queen mean business. Just stick around, get down with a podcast. Hold it down, here we go, foot on the gas. Candid, cleaning conversation.
Everybody, welcome back to the podcast. Right now, we have a very special guest on the show. I always say all of my guests are special, okay? Miss Lorraine. All right, how you doing, Miss Lorraine?
I'm good, and you guys?
Doing pretty good. All right, so tell us a little background story about your cleaning company.
Okay, so I'm from Harlem, New York, but I currently just relocated probably like 3 to 4 years ago to Raleigh, North Carolina. I started my cleaning business in 2015, and I'm in the process of trying to, transfer my cleaning business to Raleigh, North Carolina. So I'm trying to do like all the paperwork and all of the stuff that they require down here, because New York, they, the stuff that they require and North Carolina requires two different things.
Right. Okay. So how many employees do you have right now, or are you using contractors?
Oh no, my story is similar to yours. I have my kids working for me.
Okay. There you go, girl. That's right. How many kids you got?
I got 4.
Wow. Teenagers?
Oh no, they kind of grown now. My oldest is 22. I got a 19-year-old, a 17-year-old, and my 10-year-old.
Wow. And all 4 of them work for you.
Oh yeah. I try to bring them all 4.
Right. How is that going?
My story is similar to hers. Sometimes they don't want to go, but I told them, if you want money, you better get up and come get this money.
Here, kids. It was hard in the beginning. That's why I was telling my story as I in the beginning in 2028. No, I said 28. Lord, 2018 when I first started with my daughters, it was hell. It wasn't easy, but I had to like drag them out there with me. It took a while for the mindset shift to start, but really what happened, they were on and off with me, and I just said, you know what? The last time they left me and went to get a job, I said, let them go, let them figure it out. And then when they got upset, with the manager and all this stuff going on, that's when I came back and made another, proposition to them and said, okay, this is what I can pay you. I can pay you more, but sometimes you gotta figure it out on your own, that it's more money over here, man.
Right.
So help mom out, y'all.
You're right. You're right.
Okay. So what's the name of your cleaning company?
It's Jump In, Jump Out Cleaning Services. So it's abbreviated JIJO Cleaning Services.
Wow. How did you come up with that?
Right. That's so unique.
Because I was a teacher in New York. So I wanted a daycare center at first. I wanted to be like a daycare provider and open up a center, but it just was giving me too much runaround. So I said, well, let me try something else, because I have a drive to be an entrepreneur, and I'm tired of working for people. So I said, well, that name was initially for my daycare center, but I ended up using it for my cleaning business.
Wow.
That's what's up. Yeah,
that's what's up. So, like, the transition, how soon are you looking to make this transition all the way to Raleigh, North Carolina?
So I was trying to get like Airbnbs, and that's how I ran across your page, because I was trying to figure out like, how can I go about getting Airbnbs? Because in New York, I didn't never do Airbnbs. I always did like, offices and residential and stuff like that, and churches and clubs and lounges and stuff like that. But I was trying to do something different, like with the Airbnbs. But I don't know. I just had to. I'm in the process of like just doing my research, and that's when I came across your page, and that's how I started listening to the things that you did.
Right, right. So you plan on making that move maybe in the next month, in the next.
Oh, I need it now. I need it now.
Right now?
Yeah, I need it now.
Ooh, that's what's up. That's what's up.
So when I came down here, I had to 'cause I have a degree, a master's degree, and a bachelor's. And you know, when you transition down here, it's different from New York. So New York, they honor education and experience. Down here, they don't go by education nor experience.
Wow.
And the pay rate is no, the pay rate is no good. So
it's not. Trust me.
Down here
in North Carolina, no, you getting 14, 15, 13. The most I probably made down here is $17, $18. And I can't.
That's why I left.
Welcome down south, girl. What's the pay rate in New York?
Oh no! Before I left, I was getting 25 just for doing, like, if you do security, you probably getting at least 25 out there.
Wow.
But I was a teacher out there, so I was getting, you know, it goes by your education. So if you got degrees, you'll get 6 figures, or it depends on how many years you got on the job, you'll get 6 figures.
See, the cost of living where you were at
lower.
Is the cost where she was at is higher. The cost of living is higher. It's probably like what, 3,000, 4,000,
especially in Raleigh,
for rent up there.
But Raleigh got expensive because when I first came here, it was cheaper.
My mama, she stays in Wilson. It's probably about an hour away. And we were just up there because I had to go pick my mother up for Christmas. It's her birthday, and she spent New Year's here, and we were at the Crabtree Valley Mall.
I live right down the block, girl.
Yeah, we were staying like across the street at the embassy.
Embassy right across the street.
I live right down the block for the Crabtree.
Yep, we was right there, girl.
I was trying to, my goal is to get like these because you know they got like a lot of gated communities around here.
Right.
I'm trying to get contracts with them first before I do the Airbnb. But I don't know, it just seemed like it's so hard for me to get a start.
Right. So what are you doing like to advertise your business? I
got a domain like on, you know, on the internet, and then I just by word of mouth. And I got Instagram and, you know, stuff like that. Social media.
Have you done any cold calling or anything?
No.
No. Why
not? Because I'm like stuck. Because it's different from New York.
Okay.
She's from New York. Them people up there be mean as hell.
So I can hear the aggression in her voice. She probably like, I'm gonna hit her. Nope, I ain't got the time for it. So like, why not? Just take a chance, because you would be surprised if you cold call. You would be surprised who will pick up and be like, yeah. But then you're gonna get some no's too. But you can't let that.
It's a different vibe down south,
right?
In Raleigh, it's a different vibe. I'm pretty sure you already done caught. You already know that. You know, it's just, the Southern hospitality is a little different. You know. So far, how many clients do you currently have in New York?
Well, since COVID, I had stopped.
Okay.
So right now, I'm really not doing nothing. I'm just trying to.
Okay, you're trying to get back on your feet right now. Okay, you're trying to get back on your feet. So really, like, what's stopping you? Like, what's been the biggest hurdle for you to get up and going? Like, what do you think it is? Do you think it's procrastination? Do you think it's tenacity, consistency? Like,
so right now, like I said, when I first came there, I had to humble myself and just take a job that I, you know, probably, you know, that I don't normally would really work. But when you coming down here, you just got to start from the bottom. So I started working in the hotel cleaning, and I don't see nothing wrong with that. And I for the most part, I enjoyed it, but the pay just sucked. So, you know, and with me trying to juggle 2 and 3 jobs, and with, you know, with my younger son still living with me, it was kind of hard. So I think me trying to, you know, pick up with my company, plus do the 2-3 jobs, plus my son. Then I'm married, so it's like I'm juggling.
It's a lot going on, huh?
Yeah.
Was your husband helping you out with your cleaning company?
No, he about to start.
I know that's right.
You hear that, hubby? Because I'm telling you, you're gonna need some help.
Right.
Yeah, I know.
Podcast last night where I was talking about me being in the Airbnb with my kids, me being out there in the move in, move out. Like, it was a real grind for me. And I don't say that to so that people start taking their kids and stuff like that, like, you know, but I'm just telling my story on how passionate, on how determined I was. Like, at matter of fact, a text just came through now from somebody that we follow on Instagram that's really, really popular. And they got a lot of Airbnbs, and they like, can you get here tomorrow? Guess what? I might drive tomorrow. I mean, listen, we might drive tonight. That's how passionate we is. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, yeah, if they want us there, they got over 100 Airbnbs. I'll get on board right after this podcast. They don't know who they're talking to right now. You know? I'm that determined to go and win that contract, you know, and I'll make a way. I'll figure it out. I'm a figure outable type of person, you know. So I mean, that's just my mindset on trying to make this thing happen. What stopped me in the beginning was I was procrastinating because of the paperwork. I didn't understand the paperwork, and I was so afraid of taxes because I said, man, I'm not, you know, I dropped out in the 9th grade. I'm not the best speaker. I'm not the best, you know, I'm not. So I kept doubting myself. And I was like, man, look, I ain't gonna be able to run no business. Who gonna listen to me? And just all these low vibrational thoughts I used to tell myself. But then one day I said, you know what? I'm gonna just get a job and all that. And when I was working the job, I said, well, this sucks too. This is crappy too. You know, so you damn if you do, you damn if you don't. When you're already at rock bottom, you ain't got nothing, nowhere else to go but up. So I might as well just give it a try and just go all in. And I don't care what happened, because if I fall, I'm already down. I can't get no lower than where I was at. You know,
I try to put at least an hour or two into my business every day. But it's kind of hard when I do 16 hours a day. It's kind of hard.
It's hard, and it's exhausting being a mother. You're cooking and all that stuff. See, I stopped cooking a long time ago. I don't even cook no more. I
take out it.
I barely clean my own house after hiring someone to do it. Like, you know, and my daughter be like, "Oh, you just lazy." No, if I could pay somebody $1.50, they want to do it. Look what I'm doing right now. I'm working. I'm in my office. It's 7:22. I'm not going home to wash no dishes. Cancel that, you know. So whoever is at home, they better be washing some dishes. Okay, I hope y'all hear me. But it's just certain things like I ain't doing it. Like right now, I'm focused, and that's just how you gotta be. You gotta be focused. You gotta have a team, though. You can't do it all by yourself. You have to have a team of people to help you out. And you
how many is a team? So how many is a team?
You sound like you already got a team.
No, my daughters. If you might just sign my daughters out, because they all at the age where they want to do it when they want to do it. They want to do it when they want to do it.
Is everybody coming with you to Raleigh?
One in Virginia and 2 in New York. But for the most part, I guess when I do start it back up, they'll come down to help. But I can't depend on them 100%. You know, they got their own life and they're young.
You're right. You're going through the same thing I went through.
And I told them, if you want some money, instead of applying on these jobs on Indeed and all of that, you can work for me, you know.
Right.
And make more money.
Let me tell you something. They're not going to understand right away. What made them understand was when they was like acting just like your kids acting. I said, you know what? Forget it. I'm just going to hire somebody. I started building my team with other people.
Yes.
Now, when they started seeing the money, they're gonna have to. This is a show and prove game. When they start seeing me cut other people $2,000, $3,000 checks to other people, it's like, my little $500, $600 check don't look so appealing.
I know, and that's why I told them I like, you know, the money in the family, or you know, with friends and families. But sometimes that's kind of, you don't want to do that either. But I like to help anybody that need a job. But if I can give it to my daughters or nieces, nephews, you know, cousins, friends, and their kids or somebody, why not? Especially if they're going to do the job the right way.
Right. So it's like if nobody else believes in your company, honey, you got to believe in it.
Yeah.
You just got to do it. And guess what? Go find some other people to help you, but you need a team. Whether it's, and you can hit $10,000 a month with one employee, one worker. You can hit those numbers. 1 or 2 workers. I'm gonna say 2, 1 or 2 workers. I'm gonna say 2 because one gonna call out one day. I'm gonna say 2. Or maybe 3.
So I'm willing to even do it. I'm willing to do the footwork for a while. Me and my husband, me and him gonna do it for a while, and then
that's your team right there. You got
hire probably one more person.
Some people don't have nobody at all. No. So I like whenever you have a spouse, somebody that can come out there and get their hands dirty with you, you are doing good. You're doing because y'all as long as you can get out fast and get that thing done and get out fast, then you're good.
I would definitely try to step out now and try to call around, do some cold calling, because the year just started. A lot of people, you know what I mean, their contract ended when it's yearly, around November, December, around that time. So I would definitely start doing some cold calling now, because, you know, people get tired of their cleaners. Yeah. I mean, it's like a revolving door.
And see, when you get to Raleigh, you also, the quickest way to do it is buy some leads. You can always buy leads from Clean Biz Network. I talk about it all the time. Like Clean Biz Network has a whole lead generation company to where they'll do the cold calling for you, and they'll actually win. Yes. Yeah. They'll win. They will send you on a walkthrough. Okay. All you have to do is win the account, win the bid. Right. But their team will do all of the cold calling for you. You know, but you just pay for the leads. However many leads you want. You want 10 leads, pay them for 10 appointments. Right. Now, guess what? If you win 3 out of that 10, you good. Then you got 3 accounts to start off with now.
So I have a question. So what is a capability statement? And I know what a proposal is. Is that similar to a proposal?
A capability statement. You've been trying to get government contracts.
Yeah, I was trying to get that too, but I got to start from the bottom first.
Right. So that sounds like you were trying to get a government contract or whatever, because sometimes they ask you for a capability statement. It's something like a form that describes everything about your business on there. It has your DUNS number on there. It has your janitorial, whatever it is you do, whether you do windows, stripping, waxing, all your information is on this capability statement. But I've only really seen people use it with government contracts.
Oh, so I don't need it.
So, no, I don't have one. Okay. But if I was going to do government contracts, I would use a capability statement. Okay. But for the most part, if you're trying to get Airbnbs, right?
Well, I just need some contracts, period. But I did want to start doing Airbnbs to come out of my comfort zone, because I'm so used to doing office cleaning and apartments and stuff.
Awesome. So you can definitely, you ever heard of Turnover B&B?
Yeah, I heard of that.
Okay. You ever heard of Evolve?
No.
Okay. So you can go to either one of those sites to sign up and get you some Airbnb clients off of those sites. You also can Google property management companies in Raleigh, okay, and type property management Airbnb and see who pops up. Cold call them and ask them if they need some cleaners. Okay. And Sunday, I feel like Sunday will be the best day to do it, because Sunday is the busiest day for Airbnbs.
For real?
Everybody is busy on Sundays. And when you're busy, you got people calling out, and then just think about it. Somebody called, you need some cleaners? I do that all the time. And I actually wanted an account like that. They were thirsty. They were like, yeah, come on out now. Yeah. So, it works. Do it on a Sunday. Okay. All right. So let me see here. Did you have any questions for us?
So like as far as the insurance, so like in New York, I didn't really get insurance because they charge a lot in New York. And then I didn't really have too many people. I only had my daughters working with me.
How much is too much? $1,000 a month?
Yeah.
500.
No, it's about 1,000 and up a month.
Yeah, that's too much for a new business.
Yeah, and I'm about to say, if I don't have no contracts, how can I pay 1,000 a month?
And that's another thing I always tell people in the beginning, to make sure you just get an insurance quote. Okay, a quote for insurance, and you purchase the insurance when it's time. Okay, so apartment complex insurance is pretty high. They always ask you for $1 million insurance. They ask you for 3 types. They ask you for general liability, they ask you for workers' comp, and they ask you for automobile insurance. Okay, so you have to have all of that stuff, whether you got employees, contracts, whatever. They want you to have all of that. Okay, but Airbnbs are different. They don't ask you for all those high limits. They just want to see really that you have general liability insurance. I've never had an Airbnb client say, hey, you got to have all these high limits in order for us to book with you. Nothing, not yet. So that's a good thing. Small offices, they only want to see general liability insurance. They want to see that you have general liability insurance.
How much they charge for that?
I'm just talking about like small offices, like not nothing big like a school, like just something that might take one cleaner 2-3 hours. You know what I mean? Like small little office jobs, maybe dentist office or something like that.
Yeah.
Now, if you're going to a school or you're getting something big, they're going to ask you for all the limits of insurance. So it really depends on the type of contracts that you have. Yeah. It depends on what you decide to go after. Okay. You don't want to be spending thousands of dollars on insurance and you don't need it. And you ain't even making that much money.
Yeah.
Okay. So you really got to make it make sense for yourself. But new cleaning business owners, the insurance will probably range in between $250, $350 at the most.
Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. Yeah, that's not bad.
Yep. So, did you have any other questions for us?
No. I'm just I'm just looking for some contracts and trying to figure this out. I'm just winging it as I go.
Yeah, like I said, try cleanbiznetwork.com. I mean, it don't get no better than someone actually doing the cold calling for you, and you don't have to worry about all that. The hassle of cold calling. Other than that, you're gonna have to Instagram, Facebook business page, LinkedIn page, go on Nextdoor, go on Yelp.com, go on Thumbtack. Okay, like try everything because everything really does work. It's just whatever's working best for you, do that more. Do more of that thing. You know what I mean? But the real reason why I feel like people can't find it because they're not spending enough time looking for them. You know what I'm saying? Like if you cold call 3 people this week and I'm busting my behind with my team and we calling 300, who you think gonna win all the bids?
Yeah.
It's a numbers game. Okay.
I probably just got to take some time off from my regular day job and just focus on. But it's
are you working a 9 to 5 on your job, or
I work 3 to 11 and 11 to 7.
Damn, you got 2 jobs.
Yeah.
God.
And then when I come home in the morning, I take my son to school, and that's my nighttime. I need to sleep.
Right. Don't let it discourage you, because I always tell my story on how I worked 3 jobs. Okay, all the jobs were part-time jobs. I made $200 each on each part-time job a week, and my whole day was gone. Okay, so at that point in my life, I wasn't running a cleaning company. I was more so listening to podcasts, trying to learn as much as possible because there was no room for nothing. I was literally getting home at like 1:00 in the morning after working the whole day. There was no room for anything else but work, right? So I wasn't juggling both worlds until I was a caregiver. Okay, so because my mom, she was fussing at me, telling me, yeah, you need to quit one of them jobs because you ain't making no money, and and I went through that with her, and I was like, man, the man was paying me like $850. It was just horrible. It was crazy. But anyway, my mom ended up helping me get a job as a caregiver overnight. And that's what helped me out, because on that job, I was able to, you know, get some sleep time. Whenever my client was asleep, I can get me some rest too. You know, and then when I get up in the morning time, it's go time for my cleaning company. So I was making more money than working those 3 jobs. You understand? So that when I made that transition right there, that helped me grow my company. If it makes any sense. That helped me have the time, because you need time to work on it.
Yeah.
You need some time.
And that's my thing. I don't really have the time. That's the thing.
Yeah, you're gonna have to make some time. Yeah, you gotta squeeze something in there. So that's the only way. What used to scare me and what made me have the tenacity is, I said, if I lose this client, because she was on her last days, you know, she was like 90 something, you know. So I'm like, man, this is paying all my bills, but if something happened,
what you gonna do?
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
So that put that fire up in me, like, man, I gotta hurry up and try to, you know,
figure something out.
get some money. By the time she did pass, I was generating enough money to just do my cleaning company. Yeah, I was matching her pay at that time.
What?
You know, so, and it happened like right when the transition happened, so it was just crazy. But I was like, phew.
I was also thinking about going to the Crabtree Mall, trying to get some contracts with them stores in there as well, but I don't know how those work. You think those are similar to Airbnb?
You know what? You can get a contract. I tried to get a contract at one of those before. I will tell you that they do background checks, and that's the reason why I didn't get mine. You know, you can't have nothing on your background. Like they real well. The mall that we went to here, you know, they were strict. It was like you got to be squeaky clean. So I was like, oh damn. So I couldn't get it at the mall or whatever. So I said, you know what, I'm just going to just try to go and get some, you know, Airbnb, some move outs, like that type of stuff, you know. But try it, give it a try. You never know what happens, man, if you can give it a try. I would take, if you got an off day, like one whole off day, and do some cold calling, try to get you a contract, because one contract would, man, if you do one contract, you can replace one of them jobs that you got.
I'm about to say. But listen, I've been doing a lot of praying, and my God, He gonna come through. You hear what I'm telling you?
Yeah.
He always comes through.
Take one of them off days, do you some cold calling, and try to get the Crabtree Mall, you know, or try to get one of these colleges, or try to get an apartment complex, move out, something, you know, because if you get yourself a good contract, or restaurants are like 7-day-a-week accounts. I don't know if you want to do them or not, but baby, they pay good. Restaurants pay good.
But don't they got their own cleaners? I thought they have their own cleaners.
They not skilled though. Just think about how many restaurant bathrooms you walked in, and it's clean, but it ain't clean. Like it ain't detailed clean, like the way we clean. Yeah. And that's what they hire commercial cleaning companies to do. They hire us detailed type cleaning and to clean the back of the house. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't a fan of restaurant cleaning, but I'd rather do that than to work for somebody else.
Yeah.
Okay. Because if I got a restaurant now that paid me $150 a day, and it's 7 days a week, 7-day-a-week account. So if I was working a job and I was to get that $150 a day, and it only take 2.5 hours to do.
Oh yeah, you could quit that job.
It's a wrap now. You know, so you gotta find it. It's out there. You just gotta find them.
I know, but I don't got the time. So that's the thing. I just gotta.
You gotta make the time, because that one contract that you get, I'm telling you, could just bloop that job on out the way. I'm sorry, my 2 weeks notice. You probably won't even put in the 2 weeks notice.
You just leave.
I quit. That's what happened. I quit. But let the people know where they can find you at. Instagram, tell them your business name again, because somebody might want to reach out to you. They might have a contract, might want to network with you or something. Let the people know where they can reach you at.
Oh, so my domain is JIJO cleaningservices.com. And my Instagram is the same as well, JIJOcleaningservices.com.
JIJO, y'all heard it here. Y'all heard it first here. Now I'm gonna bring her back on the show in the next 6 months, and she's gonna be screaming and hollering, talking about how she is six-figure earner already. Thank you so much, Miss Johnson. Oh my God, we're gonna get that story in 6 months. Okay, so I'm holding you accountable now. This is recorded on February the 3rd, 2023. Okay, so in 6 more months, we're gonna bring you back in here. We want to hear your success story.
I'm gonna email you, like, listen, as soon as I get my first contract, I'm gonna email you, like, girl, I got one.
Right. Okay, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you.
We will be back. And just tell her bye. You sit down.
Thank you.
I'm
nice meeting y'all.
All right, babe.
Thank y'all.
Until the next episode, we are out of here.
Good night.
All righty.